Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Mulibwanji, Mulishani, Jambo, Bonjour, Bon dia, wherever you are. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us once again today. My name is Perpetual and today I've got a very interesting topic for you. Stay tuned. So I get a lot of questions on the first years of marriage. People have been asking me, "Oh, Perpetual, how is your first year of marriage? I'm scared to get married because maybe I won't survive the first year of marriage." And a lot of questions about first years of marriage that I received, and I decided to make this video just to clarify some things and also to make you understand, to give you some strategies on how to survive the first year of marriage. And everybody is different. To be honest, everybody is different. So everybody has different experiences in marriages. So some other couples tend to, in their first year of marriage, they enjoy it, there's no problem, nothing. And some of them, it's hard, like they call it the hardest time in marriage is the first year of marriage. So I'll give you some strategies today. And to tell you the truth, our first year of marriage was so hard, very hard, and that's the truth. I'll not go left to right, it's the truth. Our first year of marriage was hard, and if I knew what I know today, I would have changed a lot of things and I wouldn't have any problems in my marriage. But now that I know, I want to share with you some strategies on what to do. So I'll share with you 5 strategies to use in your first years of marriage. Can be 2 years, can be 3 years. Yeah, so I hope you learn from this, and while you're getting married, or if you are in marriage, you can still use them. So the first thing that I'll talk about is to be open and to be honest. So before marriage, maybe if you're in courtship, you're in fiancé, please be open to your partner. Tell them the truth. Tell them your past. Be open, because if you go in those things in your first years of marriage, trust me, it's gonna be very difficult. It's gonna be very, very difficult, because your partner will tend to find out more things that about you and the things that he didn't know or she didn't know. That will bring a lot of confusion. That's why you see a lot of marriages get divorced in the first years of marriage, because they tend to find out more in the marriage instead of before marriage. You understand? So it's very much important. You should be open and be honest. That's very important. Be open and be honest in the first year of marriage. Number 2 that I'll talk about is to discuss what you like and what you don't like. So when you get married, sit your husband down, your wife down. Everybody has got principles in life, what they believe in, what they don't believe in. So it's important that you sit yourself down, talk about it. When we got married, my husband told me what he doesn't like. So I worked on that, because I know I can't do the things that he doesn't like. So it's very much important that you sit your partner down, you talk about it. No, my wife, I don't like this, I don't like this, I'm like this, I'm like this. And that way to be easier for your husband or your wife to adapt, in the environment in your first year of marriage. It will be easy, because they will know what to say, what not to say, because you've told them what you are, what you like, and what you don't like. So the third thing that I'll talk about, and this one is very important, let Jesus be the center of your marriage, period. If you don't put God to be the center of your marriage, no, that marriage won't survive, because it's God himself that created marriage. So if you don't put God in the center of your marriage, it'll just break up easily, because you don't put God first. So always run to God if you've got problems in your marriage. Don't run to people. People can destroy your marriage. People are bad. That's the truth. This world is wicked. There are people that you can trust, you tell them, and they go and take your problems somewhere else. And there are others that don't say, but just be careful and take your problems to God and not to men. A man remains man and God remains God. And God, God gives solutions. God answers prayer. So it's very much important that you put your marriage first and put God let God be the center of your marriage. And the fourth thing that I'll talk about is to communicate constantly. You know, when you get married, you find that especially us women, we tend to put ourselves in the corner. You know, you don't want to communicate with your husband much, especially if you've got problems. You're just putting things in your heart. You don't want to talk about it. You are building things in your heart. That marriage will just break up, because you end up thinking things that are not correct. You end up thinking things that are not right, you know. So it's very much important that you communicate constantly and effectively to your husband. If there's something that is in your heart that you feel you don't like, please call your husband, talk to him, call your wife, talk to her, and solve the problem easy, you know. And that way you avoid misunderstanding and quarreling. If you communicate constantly, you know, you just communicate. You know, he's your husband, he's your wife. Feel free. If it's in the middle of the night, you wake your husband up, your wife up, talk about it, and be happy again. You know, so try to communicate constantly if there's any problem, and avoid keeping things in your heart. They will build up a lot of problems, and that marriage won't stand. And the last thing, this is also very important that I'll talk about, is to respect each other's opinion. You know, your husband can have their opinion, you can have your own opinion. It's good that you respect each one's opinion. Respect each one's opinion. If you don't respect your husband's opinion on a discussion, and maybe if your husband also don't respect your opinion in your discussion, you'll just be fighting, and that marriage will break up. Respect each other's opinion, talk about it, learn, you know, learn what your husband wants. Respect is very much important in the marriage. If you don't respect your husband, that marriage won't go anywhere. This is where we come to the point of saying submission is very much important. Especially as a wife, you submit to your husband. Husband also will submit to you. It's easy, just like that. It's easy. So these are the 5 simple strategies that I had for you. And if I knew this before then, I wouldn't have had any misunderstanding in my marriage. But so I decided to share with you today so that you can learn from it and also share with others. Thank you so much for watching our video, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, comment down below, and share this video once again. Until next time, it's bye-bye.